Well, didn't think I would get this far. Let's see. Let's click a couple buttons over here. Do. Click that one over there. Do. All right. Welcome. Boy, yeah, this is gonna be something. This is gonna be an interesting stream. Yeah, it's gonna be slightly more chill. A lot of not as much like trying to grind on any kind of content right now. So it's gonna be reflections, just kind of going down memory lane a little bit. But yeah, welcome. Come on in. Get to hear the hopefully whole history today. I know like most of you probably, I guess I should probably figure out like how many of you guys already mostly know my older work and stuff. But yeah, well, we're gonna have some fun today. Oh boy. So yeah, welcome. Let me click a couple more buttons here and there. There we go. I'll get to you guys in a bit once we start proper. Let me get some water. So my throat's open for you guys. So I can talk to you guys better. There we go. Alright, there we go. You ever get to like those cobwebs in your throat and it's like can't really, it's all sticky. Alright, we'll get started in just a sec. Alright. Boop. Yay! Yay! Thank you everyone. Especially thank you everyone in chat who's already, congrats already to me already. Yeah, so let me see who we got so far. Cookie and, not gonna say this correctly, Alt-right Gaming, welcome, Deadpool, Dakota, Joking, let's see, thank you everyone, and congrats all around, that is the same, like, thank you everyone. Yep, exactly, we'll, watch, I'll go over this. This is my personal favorite playlist. Apparently, I made a couple years ago or so. Yeah, last update in July 22. So, I'll just kind of look at whatever I thought was my personal favorites back then. Apparently, I got 19 videos. So, we'll just kind of go through this playlist and we'll just kind of, I guess. I chose them in a way that they were significant in some fashion to me. So, yeah. Thank you, everyone. Ready? How do I make it here? Yes. Okay, that was your suggestion. Okay, cool. Hi, Brony. Welcome. So proud. Thank you. I almost pronounced it right. Oh, cool. Best YouTuber. Thank you. Never get tired of that little derpy avatar. Oh yeah, it's very easy to like, well, somewhat to like add a little hat or whatever. Yeah. I don't know, I like dressing up, it's fun. I always like doing the holidays. Holidays are always fun, so I was like, I always like to add a little something. Cause that just has to like represent, me, and it's like it's gotta go with the flow and like whatever's going on, And I have the power to like add hats, so it's like let's just do that. Oh boy, let's see. Yeah, it's like a VTube thing. I'm using Adobe Character Animator. I think I got it in the description, near the FAQ and whatnot, near the middle or the bottom. Yeah, I was using my webcam to figure out where my face is. Let's see. Hello from Peru. Oh, Peru. Oh, okay. Hello, Abner. Welcome. Good to see. I've touched many people around the world. And that's always humbling. Thank you. Oh boy. Time to join Discord. Thank you. Yeah, the Discord is also there. It's hit and miss. I usually just post whenever the stream's going on, and it's open for adding pony-related, safe pony pictures, and it's a little hangout. Yeah. Thank you everyone for joining. Oh, this is so fun. Thank you everyone. Thank you. Hi filmer Broniva. Welcome, welcome. Happy anniversary. Thank you. Yeah, it's my anniversary. I'll go over it. It's a little mixed up, but it's close as I'm gonna get to it. This one was, I guess I can. Well, do you want me to go pre-history of this? So I can talk about that, and then we'll go into here. Let's see. Wholesome it is. Sorry, some of the answers. Thank you. Hopefully Star's here. Well, we got you, Cookie. So I'm happy we released one mod, but yeah, that'd have been great. Can't win them all. But work. I'm trying. There's a lot of stuff I want to do for the game, for Sunny's Dream. I'm updating it now, and then I will get back to the movie, and then try to finish chapter 7, and then 8, and then do my get my complete version of the movie, and then we'll go from there. I have more ideas, but yeah, just gotta focus on one big project at a time. So that's why the movie's kind of on hold for like a little bit while I'm trying to update the game. But the game is it's kind of getting away from me of how complicated it is. The phone stuff is gonna be. I looked into it more with the phone stuff, and it's just getting more and more scary to try to figure it out. So, but anyway. Hi, Dark Rainbow. Thank you. 2025. Oh, pretty. We're getting there. All right. Let's see. Rush art. Yep. Let's see. Let's do some prehistory. So before this 10th anniversary, what was I doing? Okay, so how far do I want to go back? I guess my first video on YouTube was a 2-second SFM animation. I guess I was in the portal, and I was like, there's a filmmaking, source filmmaker. I was like, oh, let's try and do that, and do some couple tests, and try to do all the tutorials, and try to figure out how to animate and stuff. So I made a very, very small, quick thing where I'd set up a camera near a waterfall, and had the scout kind of walk up and then kind of just idle there. And I was like, cool, that's fun. And then I saw like all the exports, and it's like, oh, you can export to YouTube? What's that? So I uploaded it. Maybe it's a little fuzzy actually whether or not I actually uploaded it, because I must have deleted it, because it's not a video on my channel. And it was on an old computer with an old hard drive, so I'm not sure whether or not I even did upload it to YouTube. It's like this weird vanilla where it's like, did I actually upload it? Yeah, I definitely probably don't have the files for it to even re-upload it. It was deleted somehow, then I don't know where I can find that. So I doubt anyone really actually saved it during that time. So that one's gone. But that would be technically my first video if it was. So, and then there was another video where you get another little small test where it's Twilight and Rainbow using some voices from the show, and it's really bad. But I had my dad help me with it to like get. My dad knows Flash animation to a point. I wouldn't say he's a full-on animator, but at least he needs to. With the game development stuff, with the Flash game archetype stuff, he needs to know at least know a little bit about posing and timings, and enough to get like, figure out the action script part of it. So, exactly. Thank you. Turn that up a little. Get that jazz. But yeah, my dad's more of the math side brain when it comes to what he knows. So he likes more history and programming and science and stuff. So I know a lot of artsy stuff. So we make a pretty good team. So we made that little 5-second short. But then later on, I made my first solo pony animation, which is this one. So that's what I'm technically gonna say is my first video. So that's you didn't need to know any of that, but it's like it's just for me to be like a little pedantic about it. That's like, well, it's not. To me, it's like it's like my third or so video, but it's like I'm gonna say that this is my first one just because, yeah. So, let's see. How we doing? Welcome, Cookie Star. Let's see. How we doing? I just saw blue. I'm color coded. Welcome, Star. Yeah, you're just in time. We gotta go over my videos. I just talked about the prehistory of what my first video was, basically, which is not my first. My animation is not my first video, so I just talked about that. So you're caught up now. Let's see. Have to go to sleep. Okay, that's fine. You can watch the VOD of this later, the pre-recorded version of this at a later time. But thanks for joining. That's awesome. Hey, Judd. Welcome, welcome. Good to see everyone. Thanks for a lot of people joining in. So this is really fun. Thank you. Hi, Two-Town. Welcome, welcome. Yeah, we'll get started in a bit. We'll turn that down. Let's go. Birthday is Tuesday. Awesome. Little cake. Thank you. Little party. Yay. Oh, this is so fun. I haven't even started any of the videos yet. Oh, I just want to hang out with you. Let's see. Yeah, my birthday is in the summer, so it's a little different from now. American summer, I guess. So, but anyway, let's get into here. Let's see. Oh yeah, I'm also gonna have the. Let's do some settings. See if I can do this. Let's see if this works. I'm gonna have them all muted because more often than not, my personal favorites have copyrighted music in it. So just to keep me from not getting completely flagged on this video, I'm going to just mute all these because a lot of these we'll get into here there's a Hatsune Miku one, so it's like, yeah, a lot of real music basically, so I'm just gonna mute it for that. So if it ever comes to one of those where it's like you turn out the music, it's like no thank you. Yeah. That falls over a lot. Hey, repeat works, so cool. I can now slow down the video and I can kind of talk over it. There's not much to obviously say about this one. But let's see. Cool. Yeah, yeah. I didn't even animate any of this. There's like a tiny rock. This video is the highest quality. I must have rendered this somehow. I don't even know how. I rendered this video at 240p. So yeah, this is the highest bitrate stats. Yeah. Well, it is. No, yep, it's 320 by 232 at 24 FPS. So, yeah. Let's see. My congrats. Thank you, Fluttershy. Thank you. Let's see. Yeah, so this is my first try at animation. There's a little rock from the season 1 Pinkie Pie episode when she was getting a little anxiety. The Lyra puppet is from Double Rainbow. A lot of these older ones, I used Double Rainbow's puppets because they were the most complex at the time, and like I was in the most show accurate. So I was like, just kind of put them together. Flash with these puppets aren't exactly the best way to learn animation as a first timer. It just took me a little long time to actually figure out how to really utilize the assets inside of the puppet and like how to animate the puppet basically. So yeah, just kind of took a bit to figure out like, oh, I get it. So if I want to move the head, then I have to like rotate this piece, and then if I want to move an eye, that means I have to move, you know, go inside of a symbol. And it's like, what's a symbol? So yeah, this whole thing was just trying to figure out like, how did things move, and then trying to do something with it, make a whole scene, you know? How complete can I get it at this time, kind of a thing. So a lot of trial by fire. It was like, oh, I've just got to figure this out. So yeah, and this was uploaded April 12th, 2020, nope, 2013. So I know this is a little bit later than that, but this is the first Saturday. Closest to that, so we're celebrating now, so yeah. Yeah, anything else about this one? Yeah, just took the entire puppet itself and just kind of didn't even tween it, just like had like 2 different keyframes. I think it just, yep, there's a keyframe here. Well, maybe it's sort of tweening, but yeah, just kind of figured out how to do motions. There we go. There's no emotion, but there's some pretty good principles of animation here. You know, you got timing, you got posing, you got layout. You know, there's a lot of principles of animation going on here. Follow through, you know, overlapping animation, you know, well, not really. Welcome guys. Let's see. It's my first video. Let's see. Hello, unicorn. Cake balloon. Welcome, welcome. Insecurity. It's just Borges like out. What else can I really talk about this? Okay. Hi, Spooky. Welcome, welcome. Thanks for joining. How am I doing? How's my day? Pretty good now. Hanging out for you guys. This is great. I was so nervous I had no one to join. So, but yeah, this is great. I don't have much more to say about this one now, so let's move on. Let's go on to number 2. That's probably going to be the shortest one. Did I just like it? Or maybe I know. Okay. Okay. Sorry. This is The Wrong Herd by me. From 2014. I like this one just because it's a full-on like remake of Freakazoid like little sketch, and it's the first video that got featured on Equestria Daily. That I didn't like submit it or say like, hey, you know, like baby me saying, hey, please, you know, hey, Equestria Daily, can you, I don't know, you know, post my video onto Equestria Daily because I think I'm cool. They were like, oh, this is a cool video, we'll just post without your permission. Yeah, and they will just have like a couple thousand people look at it. You get like 10,000 views. Haha, look at that. And it's like, oh okay. You know, I had to figure out the news later. Like they didn't contact me in any way, so I was like, oh, okay, well, I guess I'm just featured now. And that was a huge deal. I was in high school, and I think I might have showed it to some kids at high school. And I was like, check this out. Or I did some presentation about it or something. Let's see. But yeah, I'll play it. Spoilers. Yeah. There's a lot of buttons going on here. I'm not gonna have the music on or anything for these, so you can watch it on your own. Let's see. Oh, gotta go. Thank you, Arthur. Thank you. See ya. Bye bye. Thanks for joining. Let's see. Gotta watch the Mario movie tomorrow. Awesome. Okay. Catching up. Okay. Freakazoid. Okay. Let's see. maybe say on AQD. Yeah, I wonder how many people actually from this post might have known who I was, or discovered me, I guess, through this in some way. Reviews are trying to channel smoothly. Oh, that's fine for not this past year. That's fine. I understand. Everybody got to montage videos. That's MLV videos of June. Oh, interesting. Do I have to click this every time? Probably. Okay. Yep. This is probably the most complex video I made so far up to this point. This had like a lot. This was like trying to do a full-on story. There's a bunch of other videos in between these where like they were like 10-second shorts, where it was, yeah, just like one half a joke, not even like a full joke. It would just be like one tiny little things or little tiny bits and pieces or something. But this was like the first time trying to do like a whole narrative, like a whole, obviously it's parodying shot for shot, but it's like trying to recreate that. It takes some effort anyway, especially trying to ponify everything. So yeah, this was fun. This took a while. I remember it taking a long time to animate. There was a lot, hundreds of assets in here. Let's see. Hello, E. Ty back, EG. Welcome. But one of them had to because of funny account as a result. Ah. Okay, I get it. Yeah. Oh yeah, someone else like found a comment recently that all these characters were redeemed in some way later on in the actual show. So these were like the villains at that period of time before they got I guess redeemed. So it's like Sweetbell's in the wrong crowd, but I guess now they would all be friends in present time. So yeah, let's see. Including Sweetbell, yes. A lot of lip sync and a lot of, I remember taking like the video from Freakazoid, like the cartoon Freakazoid, and then taking, must have like took the entire clip off YouTube and then exported it as like a GIF, and then placed each frame into the flash animation, and then try to recreate it frame by frame. So like there's some parts where here where I tried to recreate that, or all of this motions and stuff frame by frame. So it got pretty close, but yeah, it's still, because I was trying to do frame by frame, it didn't really match up to itself, if that makes sense, where the Apple Bloom version wasn't as smooth because I was trying to copy it too closely to the Freakazoid, which means that I wasn't making sure that my Apple Bloom version was actually being succinct. So there's some weird parts in there. But yeah, all these peppers are still double rainbow stuff, and I think Donut Joe or whatever, he might be fairly custom, or at least a lot of, I can tell when the line weight is a little bit different. It's like with the double rainbow puppets, they have fairly good and consistent like line weights. So like whenever there's like a thinner or thicker line, like this little thin line on his neck here, little collar, it's like a thinner line, then it's like, oh, I made that. So I can tell by here that's like a lot of these lines here I must have made. So so I can tell that it's like, oh yeah, I made that asset. Because like if you're looking at any of these, it's like, yeah, it's harder to tell. But maybe I might have made a custom. Because I don't think the double rainbow puppets did not have a full 360 turnaround like the Minty Root ones, or like more complex ones that you might see. Like the ones on Deviantart might have more angles than the double rainbow ones for whatever reason. Because I'm gonna say DB for double boom. That's not DR. DR. There we go. The DR puppets were only had like a front 3/4 and side view. Like this back 3/4 or any kind of back view they didn't have. So I think I had to make a lot of those. Let's see. That's not let's see. Well, I can do a goodbye with this arm then. Let's see. Naked Star Study and thanks for all the years of all the support. You've been super supportive and been great to be the bad cop. So thank you so much. So yeah. Let's see. I'm going back to TV. What if we could the lost just black lines? Yeah. Oh yeah, I think that was a stylistic choice on my end that I did that. Yeah, with Freakazoid only using black lines. Because it could have been more like how it's like a darker version of his coat, like it is kind of cream and then like a darker cream. Yeah, I could have done that. I think I wanted that to be kind of stand out. Let's see. Hello, Adela. Hello. Sorry. Spike. Oh, awesome. Is that with toys or like VFX, Brony? How you gonna accomplish that? I think we can move on. I don't think there's much more I can do with that. Let's see. Can't transfer over that easy. If you mean like transfer over from like the Freakazoid to this digital animation, especially that. Plushies, cool, awesome. Have fun with that. I haven't been to Disneyland in like 20 years. So yeah, this kind of dissolve I can definitely do a lot better now. I figured out a way to not have them be X-ray vision. I will take, well, especially with Toon Boom, you can kind of just make it a flat image and then just say alpha, and then that kind of works. But also in Flash, you can set it to movie clip, add like a dummy filter where it'd be like a color filter, but you just set it to 0 or no effect, and then play with alpha, and then it treats the whole every asset as just like one flat thing as one asset, so then you don't get this X-ray mode. So you can see like her Trixie's upper eye where it's supposed to be not visible. So yeah, but again, this was like my first year or so, less than a year of trying to do this consistently, so didn't know everything yet. Let's see. They were ponies, I think that's my things. Yes, especially like the town people got to choose what kind of characters they wanted. Trying to make little deems with them, you know, like Derpy and Dr. Hooves, and a little tiny broken looking asset of a TARDIS. Alright. Of course, Lyra and Bob-on. Yeah, there you go. Okay, moving on. Definitely I'm gonna mute this one. This is the Pirates of Penzance. Apparently I got the whole lyrics in there. So this is May 2014. Get this going. Loop. I can speed this up a little. This is one of the longest videos I made up to this point. Let's see. Chuck E. Cheese. John Incredible Pizza. Haven't heard of that. That sounds. Is that a local one? Let's see. I like this one because it's just fun. I don't know. I just had a lot of fun making it. There was like a lot of technical stuff that I think my computer did explode during a couple points of this because there was too many stuff going on here. You can tell that there's too many characters, too many assets, and a lot of this background stuff is actually pretty heavy. Just drawing lines inside of Flash, these kind of like vector and free-handed drawings are very taxing on the GPU for Flash. So you want just more just like the pen, very pristine, just like straight lines and stuff instead of these little like hues where I can tell like there's some sort of, it's not using a pen tool, it's like using a brush to like create these. I wonder if I had a tablet at this point. March 2014. No. Okay. So let me figure out where I was during this time. I was 2014. I might have still been in high school, and I had a laptop. I did, yeah. That's actually a good thing. And so I made all of these from when I started to for a pretty long while. I was using a laptop. So, and it was not the most grandest, best laptop in the world. So it would explode during times here. So where I wouldn't like lose everything, but at least I would lose a lot of progress. So, and during stuff like this where there's so much going on, that's like if you lose, like an hour or so trying to do anything, it's gonna take forever to finish to get back up and finish this up. But I was just really happy that I got most of the lip sync from where I was pretty spot on. Thank you, Brony. For what it was, I got the lip sync pretty good. The audio is kind of scuffed, it's kind of old, so it's not like a nice CD quality or anything to it. So it's hard to tell. I don't remember if this is the movie or like a live version. Oh, this was a live version, so that's why it's a little echoey and weird. But you get a lot of the crowd sounds and stuff, so that's fun. Did you use any programs for this that today you no longer use? Let's see. Definitely the laptop. I think that was the biggest thing. But yeah, I use Flash. I guess today I don't use it as much, say for like the movie. The movie started in Flash, so I'm still gonna use that, but I've been using Toon Boom for animation now. And maybe during a little bit later, I had like this smaller bamboo tablet. So it was just like let's just check it. Bamboo tablet doesn't allow you to, doesn't have an LCD screen. It doesn't let you see what you're drawing on the screen that you're drawing on. Your pen doesn't touch a screen, so it became much trickier to like figure out like how to translate, how to draw, and have it not where you're looking. Let's see. The movie is, the Paper Derpy's first movie. The multi-chapter one that I'm releasing in installments over a couple years. It's getting there. We're definitely near the final act, so it's not going to be an hour long or anything. It's going to be 15 to 20 minutes or so. So, yeah, it's, just looking at Lemon's neck there. Yeah. I would definitely want to redo a lot of this at the chance. But it's actually pretty good. I'm still happy with this. It's like little tiny time capsules, or it's like these. I always think of these as little eras. Like this is the trying my best but not really knowing how to do what I really want to happen kind of era, where it's like I'm experimenting and figuring things out. There's later ones where it's like very specific storyline narrative. I had like one area where I had a bunch of videos that were semi-linked to each other, where kind of this like somewhat interconnecting story that I had a larger thing. It's like they were all pretty different, but it's like, oh, they're all in the same sort of place or something. Yeah. Let's see. It's really fun. 2 frames, foot stopping. Yeah. Oh yeah, I also had to, for every character, like there's like the 3 characters and they do there's 6 characters and they all do the same chorus. So I had to, probably could have done this way easier. I took the mouth symbol, like here. So I took the mouth symbol and then figured out what frame it was. And then I copied that mouth and then placed it into the other character's head. And then I could see what what blue character's mouth shape is. And then have Bonbon's mouth open to that same frame and same timing. Because Flash doesn't let you see what the entire scene is going on. If you're trying to animate one character where you're trying to move like Derpy's head, you wouldn't be able to then see what this character is doing in the timeline. So it gets really like restrictive of like, you can't see what's the entire scene is going on and trying to animate something within a puppet. So it gets really, really complicated. Like, oh, I want to move her eye and then have it look at Barry Punch at a certain frame and have them look at each other. You would have to like coordinate the heck out of it basically to figure things out. So that's why I couldn't like have the 3 characters and just have them open their mouth at the same time and like just wanted them to be exactly the same. I wouldn't be able to just do that. I would have to like figure out like other little tricks and stuff to be able to, that I had to like figure out myself, you know. It's like, okay, if I want these 3 characters to open their mouth at the same time and place and everything, I would have to like copy the entire mouth symbol, put it into another character's head, and then have it frame by frame the entire sequence for every one of these, and then did it like 6 times. So, but they all animate the same, so yeah. Nowadays it'd be easier that I could in Toon Boom see everything that's happening at the same time. I could like play through and then move anything in the entire scene and pick one thing and then move it, and then so I can see all 3 characters pretty much like this, where I can see like each character and be like, okay, this is a C mouth or an S or whatever, 13 or something, frame number, and then be 13, 13, 13, done, you know. I wouldn't have to like copy paste or like try to figure out intense workarounds with Flash. So Flash is good, but it's also weird. Like with those first videos, it was like trying to figure out like how does this system work? Where it's like, why can't I see what's going on? So it took forever to like try to animate these stuff because like it's so tricky to like know that that's how it works with that system. So it's like, well, great, now I gotta you know, work around this so I can just have like characters hug is like really, really complicated, or have things interact with each other, or have characters look at each other a certain way. It's like, okay, let me plan this out to figure out like how to even go about this, because I can't see what the other character is doing while I'm animating one. So anyway, hi guys. Hi Night Shadow. Happy birthday. Happy channel birthday. It's not my birthday. Yes. Channel anniversary or so forth. Thank you. I'll build a big brother cheese. Yeah. Never seen this video before, because I probably have like close to 200 videos, so it's okay. I probably haven't seen some of these videos in a while, so I'm sure there's some on my channel that's like I don't have any recollection of at all. Let's see. Hello, Pablo. Welcome. Application to me is safe for having to pay for anything. Oh. I think I remember this. Was this Toon Boom? Having to pay for anything? Because okay, there is a free trial of Toon Boom, but after a while, like a month or so, they'll ask and say like, hey, your trial's ending. Maybe you wanna, I don't know, pay for this now to keep using it. So But yeah, I can get the gist of it and try the different flavors in Toon Boom with the Essentials and Advanced and Premium. Only the Premium has a node view, which is, I would say, essential to animating in Toon Boom. So I just bit the bullet and just bought the entire Premium version of Toon Boom. I was like, well, it'll eventually pay for itself, right? So, yeah. Let's see. This is almost done, and we can move on to the next one. Try to get YouTube Premium. You heard YouTube Premium has a new feature where you'll get 1080p plus or something. Where if you pay for YouTube, you'll be able to get 1080p and higher bitrate quality. Yeah. Only people who pay for YouTube will be able to get a higher bitrate for your standard 1080p videos. They're paying gating you out of being able to see the videos at a higher quality. Oh well. This one is really fun. I really like this one. It's in my personal favorites list, so that's why. This is from May 2014. And in this video, I use Space Jam. Space Jam song. So that's what's playing on the record. And so it's a whole semi-music video where everything's kind of somewhat timed out to the beats of the song. And a lot of stuff happens. I had this Luna Celestia era as well, where I started to do a bunch of those characters in situations. There's like, oh yeah. I think probably some other ones. I use Celestia a lot. Yeah, there's non-derpy videos, believe it or not, on my channel. You have to kind of search for them, but they're there. This is again, like I always like the ones where I try to up my game, where I'd like to see if I can, how far can I go from, you know, animating, how good can I animate at this point, like where I am, do like a checkpoint test to be like, you know, I feel like I'm pretty good at, you know, where I am. I was like, ooh, let me try something a little harder or something more challenging, you know. If I do something more challenging, you know, like I learn more, so that I can do my next video even better, you know. So, so I got to do all these weird stuff that's like, check that out. Like I didn't know how to do that before, but now I can, you know. I figured out how to do a technique like that, so now in my next video I can do that again, or expand on that, or do something fun with that or something. So, there we go. I love my credits back then. My credits were like, what was the last video? Let me go back to it in a bit. These are set up pretty well, actually. Where this is the last video, and then like a future video. And during this time, I somehow knew what the next video was gonna be. Like by the time that I got to the end of the production of this, I was like, ooh, I have a new idea. Ooh, my next idea is gonna be Derpy doing something with the TARDIS or something. So I was like, ooh, let me do a tease of that, knowing that this is gonna be the next video. So, and I used the music and a little fun custom subscribe button. Yeah, those credits are pretty good. Yeah. So I tried for comedy, for better or worse. Lots of more extreme character expressions, because there's only one character, so I was able to really play with focusing on, like, can I get this Luna to be as expressive as possible. Whoa, thanks Dennis. I don't know if you're here, but thank you. Look at her go. Yeah. Dance, Derpy. Whoa! Yeah! Oh yeah! Okay. Let's see. Hi Raven. Welcome. Yeah, it's been quite the journey. We talked about this a little bit earlier that I don't know, nope, that just kinda escaped me. Okay. Yeah, I've been extremely consistent with this. I don't know how. Just been practically every day I've been working on pony animations and just animation in general or different projects. And always coming back to here and be like, okay. I love, it's always, you know, pretty good and therapeutic to like look back and be like, oh look, I am better than where I was. If I'm having like a bad animation day or something, I can be like, okay, where was I, you know, 8 years ago? And be like, okay, I'm better than that, right? So, yeah, we're getting there. Let's see. Derpy Hooves originally joined in 2007 about the channel. Yeah, I think I actually used like a family YouTube account or something. I took over basically, probably like my parents' YouTube channel or something, and I just must have got the credentials or something, so I kind of hacked in and be like, okay, this is my channel now, and started uploading. Changed it to Yoshi Greenwater, and then yeah, it started uploading videos on there. So, yeah. That's why there's no videos up till 2013 or something, because we didn't really. There was no one really of us really making anything at that point. So yeah. Let's see. Welcome, Weirdo Productions. Awesome. One of your streams. Oh, welcome back. Not sure what that acronym is. So let's see. I think we're good on this one. But yeah, I think I remember making this in later high school. And I remember might have animating some of these shots in I had like a game making course where you did like Unity and some 2D games and programming stuff. And I weirdly remember like the spinning banana shot, wherever that was. Must have been at the end. Yeah. The spinning 3D banana. This kind of animation. I think I might have learned that technique like in in the game class. I was like, oh, this would be cool. And so I played around with it and tried to animate it. I brought my animation flaw onto a USB and then put the USB into the game class computer and then just started to like quickly animate it. This shot, which is broken down into like a whole bunch of different masks where you have like the basic shape of the container, and then the spots would be a different layer, and then a banana would be a different layer, and then these little stripes be a different layer. And so what's happening is that just being masked, where it's just being cut off by the shape of the silhouette of it, and then slowly just adding a whole bunch of keyframes to kind of move it, mostly just moving the shape of the stuff off from right to left, and then they're having it kind of like move down and kind of tilt down, and having the shape of the borders of this kind of rectangle kind of change around too. Kind of creates this much more 3D effect than it probably would be if I just had it literally just kind of move down. You know, if I just translated, then I wouldn't be as interesting. So I gotta get this fun little effect, and it looks so cool. Yeah. Let's see. Bananas in space. And the comparison on YouTube so fast for you. Banana. Can you buy outfits at Build-A-Bear for your non-Build-A-Bear plushies? Can you buy outfits at Build-A-Bear for your non-Build-A-Bear plushies? Can you buy outfits? I believe you can buy outfits, and then you can just say like, oh, it's for my Build-A-Bear. And then you can just put it on whatever. Yeah, you could like have a plush at home, but then you just say like, oh, I'm buying this for my Build-A-Bear, and then you just bring it home and then be like, oh, this is my new suit for my turtle that's not literally a Build-A-Bear or something. Is that something? Yeah, I think we can move on. There's a lot of fun techniques in here. Didn't really go for the animation itself, but I think I'll probably just be repeating myself a lot of the times with a lot of this. Bear, yeah, okay. I think I use a lot of this is gonna be like Flash super specific of like I used one symbol for this jar and then I made different frames that were different colors and then had different fruits on it and then just duplicated a whole bunch of times and said this one is frame 1 and this one's frame 2 and then just spread that around and then having different layers of it. And then what's really cool is that I tinted the back ones here so it looks like they're farther away. So I have some extra depth. I remember back when I was doing some of these in junior high, I think the first Halloween one, where Derpy's with the paper bags, I think I storyboarded that, like, in school. I, like, storyboarded, like, drew out some sketches of, like, what I wanted the shots to look like. Can't remember if I did that for this one, but I think I had probably, I was kind of, like, hit and miss with whether or not I did storyboards, a lot of these older ones. Because I was the only one literally working on it. So there's no one really else to really have to, like, pass this off and say, oh, no, are those... What's the next shot look like, or what's the story, you know? There's no one else to bounce off or anything, so I hand off the animation to someone else, so I was like, okay. A lot of these were just kind of somehow just not really super planned out as you really think. A lot of these were just kind of spontaneous of like, what's the next shot? I don't know, and then I just kind of set it up and be like, okay, I want a shot that's kind of like this, and then next one's going to be like this, and kind of really just kind of have it be very spontaneous of like, not really, you know, sitting down and like, here's my storyboard and like, here's my sketch and this is the script and like, this is what's gonna happen or anything. It's more just like, I want this one, I want something like this to happen and then, oh, and then this happens and then this happens. I think the whole joke was that there were jams. Because the title is Luna's Adventures in Jam in Space. Was also like a reference to the Doctor Who special, Adventures in Times in Space or something. So it's all these multi-layer stuff that's all these jokes. They have like Space Jam with Luna's Adventures in Jam in Space and with Space Jam and then the what else? I don't know. That's about it actually. But yeah, there's jams and then she's in space. Get a Space Jam. Haha. Yeah, that's about it. So it's like, oh, I want Space Jam, and then it's like, okay. When she's in the space and then the jam and then and then the hoop, the basketball, but the Space Jam, so it's all circular. Yeah, I don't know if it was actually super evident or really made sense. I guess I don't know. A lot of my stuff, I guess back then, were labeled as like esoteric or very hard to follow, and like, of course, it always made sense to me because I was always making it, but it's like. I would take a lot of these criticisms or like comments and stuff and like these reviews, I guess, and I would try to listen to them and be like, okay, cool. How am I supposed to make this less esoteric? I was like, oh, these are just my stories, you know. I'm not sure how to make these more succinct to people, I guess. So, I know it's hard without any dialogue, but a lot of these are, you know, inspired by Mr. Bean's and like a lot of these kind of silent film kind of comedy, you know. It was Charlie Chaplin's and Mr. Bean's and Three Stooges', you know, kind of visual comedy where it's just kind of a lot of slapstick or trying to explain it as best I can, you know, these kind of little jokes. But yeah, I think Mr. Bean was a big influence just to figure out like how to make something funny without anyone saying anything, you know. Let's see. Turn it back on. So I only did like one video where I had voice acting and I hated it, and everyone else hated it. So I was like, well, that's it then. That was a one shot to try and do that, and I was like, well, that didn't work. So, oh well, no voice acting for anyone now, for any future episode now. Oh look, I got the stuff there. That's cool. Let's get that. Ugh. Nose is droopy. This was from. Let's make sure this. Oops. Okay. This was from July 2014. So, yeah, I made a lot. Like, if I had like a curve of how many videos I made like over the years, it was like pretty slow, and then like a couple years later it was pretty high, like how many videos per year I was making, and then it kind of slowly, literally kind of going down into like now we're just kind of down, and like I haven't made the next chapter in like a year for the movie. So definitely a lot of videos during this period, these kind of 14s to about 15, 16 or so. So yeah. I haven't talked about this one yet. I gotta figure out what we're doing here. So a lot of fitness imagery pods didn't make any sense either. Yeah, it's hard. Like, you're trying to do your vision, and then you get too wrapped up into trying to tell it, but then you kind of forget that if you make it too off the beaten track, or try to make it too unique or something, then it's like less people are gonna understand it. So I'm learning that having something that's like a relatable, like stand-up, you know, it's basically like stand-up, where if you go to a stand-up show and it's like, if they're talking about something that's like you don't understand, you're not gonna get any of the jokes, you know. It's gotta be something that's mostly a wide appeal kind of thing, or something that just happened, like news, politics, or something. That's what they'll usually talk about, because it's like, well, a majority of people would be able to understand that, and then you could just make light of something that is, you know, about it or something, you know, make a joke about it or something. So when you're doing like a fantasy kind of super sci-fi thing, and you're trying to tell a story, that's completely different and like not relatable to a general person, you know. It's like you gotta lead them in and be like, okay, well, it's Lord of the Rings, but you know, there's aliens and horses or something, and it's like try to slowly lead the audience in to be like, okay, well, you know, this world is kind of like this, and then, you know, then do your little spin of like how this world is unique. You know, you gotta have some sort of ground rules of like how things work or something before you like get into something more, whatever your unique take on it is or something. So, little advice on that. That's like trying to, with this video, it's like it's trying to be as simple as possible, but with the most complex, you know, game board, you know, kind of stuff, where it's like a board game that's like really weird and complex. Which is absolutely like the SpongeBob kind of Snakes and Ladders or something. I think is my inspiration. A lot of SpongeBob, because that's general appeal, you know. That everyone knows a SpongeBob episode, you know, at least one of them. So I can make a joke like that, and then hopefully more people will be able to understand that, and then I can just roll off from there, you know, by just having some sort of groundwork or something, some sort of foundation, there we go, that people can get into and be like, okay, now I understand where you're going with this, and then you can do whatever you want. Heels and escalators, yeah. That's it. See, now we're all on the same page. There we go. So the Looney Tunes way of telling a joke is setup, anticipation, and then do the opposite. That's how every what is it? Wile E. Coyote and Wile and Coyote in Roadrunner cartoon is Wile gets a Acme thing. He's like, okay, we're gonna anticipate what's supposed to happen, and then the opposite happens. So something like that, where it's like, okay, you lead him into like, oh, we're gonna do rock paper scissors or something, and then that doesn't happen, or something else wrong happens, then like a rock falls on her, you know. It's like, oh, okay. So then it's like, goes against your expectations, where you set back expectations and then defy it, kind of a thing. Yeah. Okay. Let's see. Have I heard of Laurel and Hardy? I've heard of them. I haven't watched any of it, so I'm sorry. Oh, awesome. Yeah, did they make a real Heels and Escalators? That'd be awesome. Wait, never sued? Oh, man. I didn't get it. Yeah, there's a lot of, you know, jumps in logic of like, well, he just gets it and then you're just supposed to move on, you know. I guess this one didn't really push the envelope in terms of any kind of real animation stuff. There was just like this little stuff here and there that'd be just trying to tell a story, you know, by whatever means possible I got now, you know. Some text just to explain it like a little bit. So yeah, that Lyra wants to do like, hey, you want to, you know, do this cool Viking show that's a Broadway thing, and then like Derpy's like, oh yeah, I got Battle. You wanna play Battle, the board game? And it's like, well, and then Derpy just plays it however she wants to, and like it's not even possible that it's like they're trying to read the rules, and it's like, we don't need that. And then just make up this nonsense stuff of like, well, okay. Yeah. It's like mixing like every game together, like whether or not they're actually part of it or something. It was like, yeah, I don't know. Yeah, but the hot topic, oh, awesome. Yeah, he's definitely committed. Committed to the bit, Wiley. Yeah, there's not much on this one I can say about. You're definitely getting more ambitious. Let's see. This one I am definitely not going to show the music. Won't be playing the music with this one. This is another music video. It was an ABBA song? Or Lips? It just sounds like ABBA. Designer music, apparently by Lips Inc. October 2014. So I started to experiment with the different styles and try to make like the most stylish kind of PMV, I guess. Where there's some sort of a story and everything goes to the beat and try to do as many transitions as possible. I was having fun with trying to figure out how to get, because like Art of the Dressed had like, you know, go into the mouth and then that transitions into something else. I was like, oh, these are fun. The Flash project was horrible. The Flash animation was just trying to figure out, because like I'll probably, yeah, I'll let it run, but it's like just the way that it was. I exported it. This is basically how the animation was in Flash. Like I didn't really play with much After Effects stuff. Like I could have had like separate plates, is what they call it, or separate layers of animation, where I could have it be each scene be a separate plate, and then just kind of stack them on top of each other, and then just slide one on top of each other, like little video plates. But apparently I decided to forgo that and just have basically like duplicates of everything, of the both scenes, and they both exist. Like everything exists at the same time. So during any of these shots, if it transitions where we can see one and then like we would see the other one, like all these transitions exist on the same plane. So now there's actually like there's really two Derpies in this shot now on both sides, and then we transition over to here. So for every transition, it's like there really are like two of them that's being duplicated. And just going frame by frame through a lot of this is really trippy, because like you like stop at it and it's like, what? Like this shouldn't work, but as soon as you like do it, you know, it's like, oh sure, play it at full speed and it makes sense, but you try to slow it down. Like, how does any of this really work? And it's like, oh, yeah, that doesn't. Yeah, like all of this, go through all the transitions is like, well, there's just a block here, but having rarity kind of tail on top kind of helps it. And then, yeah. I like these kind of ones where just kind of, you're just literally just floating, but a little bit bigger. So it's like trying to, it's like a cut and zoom, but we're just sliding them from the top. All these weird little things. They're really fun. Probably won't go through all of them because some of these are kind of boring, but I remember during the last part, like when all the mannequins fall, I remember this being really fun. Like it's a boat together. Okay. Let's see. I remember this animation being actually really hard, because again, like all this is in the same file, so there really are this many of them that I just lined up, you know, like a mile long of these mannequins, and then it just took forever to, like, one of them falls over, and then this other one appears out of nowhere, and then this one falls, and then they all start falling, and they really are all there, I think, and then they all fall over. I don't remember if I animated each one individually or whether or not it just kind of took, like, what I would do now is probably just have like one set stock animation of them falling and then copying them over and over and just offsetting the frames so that they fall a frame or so after each other. Oh, yeah, how was that? Yeah, this is kind of cool where it's like these kind of layerings of stuff where it's like literally just use the whole cabinet asset that I had before in this whole shelf thing. So I made this whole shelf for an earlier scene, so I was able to take this whole art asset, just put it on top, and I didn't really have to like animate it or really had to draw the rest of it, so like it was already pre-made and everything. Yeah. Look at that you have a rarity video but kids think they're funny together. Yeah, especially with the that Christmas episode where like Derpy, you know, sent it to like Sweet App Lakers or something. That was a great example. Just getting annoyed at herself. I don't know if this is the first kind of like Paper Mario kind of style where it's kind of chibi, kind of like not show. Well, it's kind of like it's semi part of the show where it's kind of style, but not the Paper Mario style that I do now. This might have been probably the first one that I tried to do anything really significant with it. So, but yeah, this was really fun. Directing it was but all the choreography, I guess. I'm trying to make it a semi-interesting music video. If you want to watch it with the audio, you have to watch it on your own. Haha. But yeah, I just don't want to get every music person getting on me for this one stream, so yeah. Hopefully I don't get copyright claim for my own videos or something, so oh well. Let's see. Awesome. Hello, the Joker. Welcome. Going through my old videos. Something I got up to. The fun part is like I had so many videos that this is only like a year and a half since I started. Just imagine that. Like I've already got to somewhat of this point of animation where it's still kind of rough, but you can see like I got more comfortable with the simpler style. Not because I'm like, you know, simpler is way easier to animate, but it's just like it simplifies the process and I can really focus in on like only like a certain amount of stuff. It just makes it easier to really tell the emotions. You weirdly get better emotions from having less on the face to deal with. So it's just more cute and I have more fun with the chibier ones anyway. Apparently I made the Derpy Chibi. But it's more of a double rainbow puppet that I then added Derpy's hair on top, so yeah. We're getting through it. Let's see. Some of these are pretty short. This one is November 2014. This one is using somewhat of a semi-official remix of Reading Rainbow, the PBS show. This video is represented by the letter R. There's a million things that start with R in here. Yeah, we're on Rainbow Road with Reading Rainbow on a Reading Rainbow explosion. It was all a dream. She was reading a book. Oh, I did the transition again. They kind of have it be in one, like a one-shotter, instead of cutting to the, like a separate end card. It's the same, just like transition up. I don't remember if I made the train just for this video, but I definitely had to make the Rainbow Road. I think the train's kind of going on the beat too. I think I might have copied the moon from the Luna one. Yeah, it's got a little cart. Oh, it's so cute on a little cart. Yeah, I think there was pretty complex setup for just the window in here. Where like I had to have a mask and then have like a 4 overlay layer, and then for like the shine, basically that, but like a lower opacity of rainbow in there, and then have a background in there. So it's semi-complex there. A little banana. I didn't use the same banana from the real little one. I must have made my own new one. Does it? Yeah. She's okay because it's a dream. But I think I copied this explosion from an earlier. I had like a Star Fox parody where I had like all the main 6 being different Star Fox characters. So I think I just reused this explosion that I had from that, and then yeah, just use that. I guess like a lot of things are with R, but like not everything. Yeah, like just your Yoshi and a Scootaloo. There's books and stuff. So there's a lot of like, jokes of the layers of Rainbow Dash reading on a reading Rainbow Train on Rainbow Road. That was the joke. So, yeah. Yeah, no. Apple Blooms, free residents, McDonald's? Oh, not Applebee's? Pretty party game where you can play mini games and villains, kind of like Mario Party. Oh, that'd be sick. A Pony Mario Party. Wow. Yeah, for the game, my Sunny's Dream, I started to play around with like maybe you could have like mini games between each character. I don't know what it would be, but maybe some sort of farming mini game of Hitch or something, or you know, Hitch and Sparky would be doing gardening or something, and then Pip and Zip would be doing something with the phone or something. Like you have to like make an account or something. Like you can really expand it into like having little games like that. I don't know what easy would do. Smoothly making mini game or something, like those Flash burger making games or something. But yeah. But I think the Ren'Py engine is doable, but it's probably more effort to try and work around its limitations than just using like a better game engine like Unity or something. But yeah, I did think of some little ideas like that would be fun. But I'm working on the update to the game. I have like too many ideas now, and that's like, well, now what do I do? You know, that's like, well, I can have a map, I can have a whole new character, I can have more dialogues for Luna, you know. There's a lot of stuff I want to do, so trying to narrow down my extra ideas now into like something I can get done in the next couple weeks. So look out for the Sunny's Dream update soon-ish. But yeah. Not much to talk about that now. Let's see. This one has more or less than that. This is a full-on, just shot-for-shot remake of the Hatsune Miku video. I was like, I got into that, and I was like, oh, Vocaloid is cool. I need some water. Look at her dance. And this is the updated version where I added more emotions into her. Where now she dances a little better and has a little bit more shine and bloom, lighting, maybe a little better lip sync, I'm not sure. But definitely now she kind of, you know, goes back and forth a little bit more. Because I think last time she was just kind of standing there, so now she dances a little bit better, or more actively. There's also a joke that one commenter actually said that's like, maybe you can change the name to Vocaloid or something. And I was like, oh, okay. Well, I'm gonna do a remake, so I'll include that because that's a good idea. Thank you, person. Commenter from like 8 years ago. December 2014. Okay, here's a link to the original version. Maybe we can check that out real quick. We can compare and contrast a little bit later. Let's see. Pretty since 2019. Well, welcome. Sorry that you started when the show stopped. Been glad to have you. Hey, Ray, Davy, Soupy, man, that's not hard to get the exact pronunciation, but welcome. Going through my old videos, just kind of reminiscing on my past glory days. Anyway, this goes on for another minute. Yeah, let's check out what the original version of this one looked like. Get to it. Oh yeah, she was just oh wow, she was just a horse at the beginning. Huh. So I must have made her into a human. Oh yeah, check that out. Yeah, so I think I animated her a little bit more actively. I forgot how not it was. Huh. I must have done it the same way as the original video. I was like, just not as far as, just make it look like the original video. So I forgot that, oh yeah, I can also actually animate her, or at least do some lip sync. So I didn't even remember that. It's been so long that I forgot that she didn't even have a lip sync. Let's see what the zoom in looked like. That's about it, yeah. So I had some mouths. Just look at her, she's vibing out there. Yeah. And then drop it. Soon. Drop the leak. Yeah. So I didn't even know that. Wow. This is an improvement. Okay. Check that out. Alright. But yeah. I must have got into Vocaloid pretty early then, 2014. Wow. Because I remember doing a... Did I do anything else? Oh, I had some ideas for other Vocaloid songs that I wanted to do. But after this one got demonetized and copyrighted and everything's scary, I was like, okay, maybe hold off on that. Of how, yeah. These are super fun to do. Problem is that I was doing these too early, or doing this on, YouTube too early. That if I did these on, like on something like a TikTok or something, this probably would have been a little better. Or at least maybe more semi-legal to post it. So, yeah. So even if this got like 20,000 views or something, it's like, well, I'm not gonna get a single penny out of it because I used a real song, so you know, good day, sir. And it's like, well, okay. Isn't this transformative in some way? Yeah. If I literally just uploaded like the original video with no changes at all, then I can understand that. But like I you know, spent a couple days working on this. You know, it's like, oh well. Let's see. Yeah, I think we talked about cease and desist, like, even with my mom, that if you're trying to compete with Hasbro, monetarily, and say, like, because I think with the Jan animations, I think we figured out that Jan was trying to sell, PNGs or commissions of, like, the ponies that look one-to-one like the show ones, and the Hasbro got scared of that, and then realized that, oh look, they got a whole bunch of YouTube videos that are also in our show style. Let's maybe, I don't know, get rid of that, because we don't know what they're really what they're doing, and what they can do with these kind of assets now, you know, because they can make a video that says something derogatory and have like Pinkie Pie say it, and then Hasbro image would look bad or something, you know. So if you just make a couple plush videos and do something mature with them, and if it's not, you know, Jan animations or show accurate, then I think you're okay. Because I only get cease and desist or just I just get copyright claims. I haven't got like a full on like claim because I make my own stuff, you know. So all I get is like, you used a copyrighted music song, slap on the wrist, don't do that again, kind of a thing. So yeah. But yeah, this one was super fun. We're getting into the paper Mario style now. There's a bunch of ones before this, but I just chose this one because this one got fun. Again, they're all music videos, so I'm sorry. Oh, this one's not. Oh, we're good. Okay, we're safe. This one's not a music video. There's just another music video that like starts like this, so I got confused. This one is A Life of Jeff. June 2015. So Jeff is my headcanon name for this waiter guy. I don't know. I don't know where I got the name, but I was like, I just need a name for this waiter guy because I was making a bunch of videos with him. I was like, okay. Because I needed the waiter because, you know, it's like the Sesame Street kind of guy, the blue guy. It's like, I just have a little fun comic relief, you know, serious to Derpy's maniacal. Jeff's trying to be the straight guy. And it's like, he's also good. He just gets PTSD from Derpy. And I don't think has some history. I don't know where this one is going. This is like my dark age, where it's like, let's do something more risque. Oh no, I got scissors. Like he's gonna cut him. I miss Jeff. I'm not sure if... Yeah, if I do it like an extended version of... I'm gonna do an extended version of the movie. And I would definitely want to include Jeff, like in a Ponyville section at the very beginning. Because I think I might have missed him. So... But Jeff's always fun. I love Jeff. Oh, this is actually a lot of references to my old work. This is the background for the Weird Al hardware store. And then we got Gruff, which is my headcanon, again, name for... I use all my headcanon people. This is my own side story, you know, kind of stuff. Exactly like the 100th episode. Yep, the Slice of Life episode where instead of focusing on the main characters, we're focusing on the side characters in my own weird side character story stuff. Where I made Derpy my main character. So, who is my side character? It's Jeff. this supporting character, you know. Whoops, they didn't get their food. Let's see, they were just waiting for their food there. Hi, Big Box. Welcome, welcome. Love the derpy look. Thank you. That's a little hat for my anniversary. Let's see. Oh, there they are. Yeah, they were getting waited. They wanted some food, but then Jeff found a ticket. Oh, man. I've noticed that Pinkie Pie and Izzy have the same personality. Yeah. There's a lot of similarities. Like, there's only so many personality types that you really can have with that many characters. So there's gotta be some overlap. It's probably more safe to have similar personality characters for your next series, you know, kind of continuation. Because it'd be kind of hard to have them all be all unique, you know. So anyway, there's a lot of deep cuts with my own videos, so you had to catch up on a lot of lore to get and understand like a lot of this. But it was just fun for me, and also try to make a semi-entertaining video at the same time was kind of fun. Yeah. There's a lot of videos on the train during this era. And then I think that I'm not sure if the gun. Oh yeah, the gun was from. Oh wow! Whoa! Yeah, actually, yeah. Hang on. This whole thing of the gun to the water gun is a water gun. The water gun goes into Soren is actually another video. So there's a whole bunch of little Easter eggs and stuff for you have to like watch a bunch of videos around this time period of when I was making these. It's like a lot of this will make more-ish sense. Yeah. But yeah, there's another video where these kind of the Starlight Glimmer cult where I was making them the villains, and then I think there was like a murder mystery somewhat, and then they were trying to water gun, yeah, Soren. Okay, what's this video? Okay, yeah, it's semi realistic. Yeah. And then he escapes. Yeah. Into the desert. Yeah. Which was not what the last background was on the train, but whatever. Let's see. And then calls the cat. Okay. Questions. We got a lot. Okay. Do. How much did it cost to get your Derpy model to this age? Cost? Derpy model? Free? I made it myself. I guess the Adobe subscription plan was the only thing, but that's kind of taken care of with everything else, with all the Flash stuff and Photoshop and everything. So I made it myself, so it was free. Let's see. Yep. Do you like the voice of Derpy Hooves in 100 episode? I think we've heard it, or at least a similar kind of take in the not over a barrel, but like the one similar to that with Derpy, where he's just like, "Nice job, Rainbow Dash." I was like, "Oh, okay." I watched that episode not knowing Derpy was in it with some extended family, and we're all just like trying to like explain, you know, have my family, you know, everyone there, and it's like trying to explain that's like why am I interested in ponies. So I was like, let's watch a new episode. Wouldn't that be fun? So we started watching it. And then it was the one where Derpy and Rainbow Dash were trying to set up the sign for Applejack's party or something for her send-off. And it was the first time that Derpy talked in the series. And it's like, by this time I know so much about her, and like making all these episodes about her. So I was like, I was freaking out, but it's like I couldn't really, you know, be too embarrassed and be like, you know, like, oh, you know, about it. But I was like just trying to, you know, we're being calm. But I was like just freaking out on the inside. I was like, whoa! Like the first time like ever, and I was like, whoa! So I think from hearing her in that episode and then in the 100th episode, like being similar, I was like already kind of used to it, so I wasn't freaking out. as much by the voice itself, but more just like, whoa, she's talking again, and this is just keeps getting crazier. Like every side character was talking, and it's like, wow. So it's definitely like my top 10 ever episodes. Probably just my top ever, like S tier. Yeah. How much would a model like that cost someone else? Would I get a model for me and a cardboard box? The box spots for. Oh, that's really creative. I guess it depends because I'm using Adobe Character Animator. If you have to use like live 2D or whatever you need to use, it would depend on the software, I guess, and how many expressions or something, or how detailed you want the style to be, I guess. And I guess I usually go by rates, you know, like per hour. So, I guess it'll just depend on all of those kind of factors. So, yeah, I don't know. It's hard to ballpark anything at this point. This one's really fun. This one's more cinematic-y. Based on the Christmas episode, May 2016. Excuse me. Nest recited like object. That's great. Let's see. Yeah, so this one's based on the Christmas episode, and there was like the director or someone said like, oh yeah, we had to cut for time, like a Discord section for pacing or whatever. So Discord was gonna be in the episode. So it was like, oh yeah, okay, wonder what that's gonna be like. And so I just had so many ideas about it, and I was like, well, maybe it could be like, I don't know, like this, and I just made this little episode here. Probably spent more time in the backgrounds than a lot of this animation. I don't think I was super used to my paper derpy characters at this point, or just not as experienced with them. Oh, I did Pokemon at this point, huh? But yeah, eat all those apples. Yeah, a lot of these backgrounds are really fun. And then, oh yeah, there was the spinny round. That was a doozy. Anytime I have to do like something like outside of Flash, it gets really, really complicated with trying to do something much more complex. Kind of an effect. Let's get to that. This one. All of this. Excuse me. This was done in After Effects, I think. Yeah. Yes. Yeah, because it was made with 3D effects. So, a lot of going on here. I don't know if I have the file for this. It's been so long. It's probably on a different hard drive. All the different layers. There's a background that I think I repeated a couple times. I just added like a linear blur effect on the X direction. There's the different characters, which are PNGs of each of the spirits, and then I think I set Glimmer to a 3D rotation. And the fun part is the only thing that's maybe okay. I was gonna say like the other spirits were not rotating, but I think the only thing that's not 3D is actually the background, which is weird to say. The background is just a flat plane, and it just like is looping from side to side, like it's a linear side to side motion instead of it actually being a 3D motion, if that makes sense. So that there's no like room or like any kind of 3D asset or anything. It's just has the illusion of it kind of going like that, and just spinning it the right way around helps with that effect. But yeah, I must have placed each of the characters in 3D space, and then I might have just rotated them. Like you can just rotate the amount of spin where based on where they are or something, you know, with the depth of them, just kind of rotating them around. But yeah, there's some weird, like, it's not completely smooth, like there's a little like whoop whoop, where she gets kind of big. So, look at her go. Yeah, there's some distortion with the, what would you call it, like the focal length or something? The focal length probably would have fixed this kind of distortion, but it was kind of fun. Whee. I think I made the shadow. Oh yeah, the shadow's also its own plane too. Not sure if you can see it at the bottom of like this kind of shape. It would be flat at this point. Whoa. Yeah. Yep. Yeah. Let's see. I think I've watched it, but it's just been so long that I can't remember much about it. Let's see. Yeah, I love all these. These are fun. I think if YouTube had something like this again, that would be fun. Where it can have you insert and show little bits and pieces from past videos instead of just having that little box that says, "Watch this from this one thumbnail." Isn't that interesting? Don't you want to click on this one? But having something more fun like this, where it has a little. I had to like take the assets and like cut them up from the old episodes and like take these and like find little parts that would kind of encapsulates the old episode or something, and then somehow I knew what the next episode was gonna be at this time as well. Yeah, these are really fun. Whoop-whoop. I just liked it for the that 3D effect. That was really fun. Oh, here's Pokemon. This one is a Weird Al song that I uploaded November 2016. So we're getting up there. Getting closer. But yeah, I'm definitely getting slightly more confident in my Paper Mario style. And this one is just fun for all of the Pokemon references I was able to make. So I heard this song, this Pokemon by Weird Al song, like, I think that one of the first times I heard it was, I was in line to get the Nintendo Wii, and it was getting really boring, and it was really cold, and so my dad had like a small MP3 little sound music device, and and I was listening to a bunch of his favorited songs, and I was like, oh, this is cool, you know, pass the time a little. And so one of them that really stuck out was like Pokemon. I was like, whoa, what is this? And so I just remembered that song, and it's like I was doing my Weird Al phase, where I was just doing a whole bunch of Weird Al songs with Cheese Sandwich. And yeah, I was just having a lot of fun with a lot of these little references and small stuff and stuff. And I somehow animated, well, maybe not that one, animated every Pokemon. Pokemon. Yeah. Weird Al Yango Witch. So not only did I have to like draw all them, obviously they're inspired by the Kansugi Mori art, but I also had to like animate them. So each of them have like a small amount of motion. I somehow knew that I had to split them up, so it wasn't just a flat image, because otherwise I wouldn't be able to animate them like this. But yeah, I clip out some of the arms, or knew what I wanted. Some of the wings were tricky, and yeah, I must have maybe used, oh boy, let's go back. I think I might have used 2016. Oof. Did I draw on my Bamboo or my Wacom tablet? There's definitely like a transitioning period. Let's see. No, I got my tablet, my Wacom tablet, my screen tablet way later, I feel like. Because I remember getting it, I was like jealous in college. I was jealous in college where everyone was using Wacom tablets, and like there was a whole bunch of them at college. And I was like, man, I want one. Because all I got was this little bamboo tablet where I can't really see what I'm doing. I have to like draw at a different angle basically. And so I was like, ah, great. So I'm not sure whether or not this was made. I can't remember whether or not this was made with Wacom and Wacom one, bamboo with a Wacom. But yeah, there's a lot of little details and stuff in here. That was really fun. He does say ditto twice in the song, so it's like, just show him again. It's easy. My ink cards get different too. You're just watching more videos all day? Yeah, you know. How long have we been going? Almost 2 hours. Okay, we'll get through this. College digital classes off top because they only cover the traditional drawing. I don't think we actually. The only traditional drawing we did was traditional drawing. It wasn't animation. All the animation I did was with tablets. So, at 10, I'm not sure how many minutes is that from your time. Let's see. Yeah, we've been going for an hour and a half. So, if that's like in the next hour, yeah, let me know. But anyway, this was fun. Super fun. This took forever, as you can imagine. Remember some of the legendary birds like taking forever to draw, where I had to like figure out how to draw the opposite angles of some of these. They're like, it just took forever to like. Obviously, I didn't use a brush that let me. The smoothing, I guess, on it wasn't smooth, so it was just trying to finish all of them rather than trying to clean them up. So it was like only like a one pass at some of these. Yay, a lot of little jokes. Let's see, 20 minutes. Okay, thank you. What is as good as it is? It's what I learned in drawing class 3. Drawing class 3. Yeah. That's where you're in the big leagues with drawing class league. Okay, we're getting there. I'll try to go a little faster. Because some of these are more recent that's like, yeah. It's like, what have I learned since then? I don't know. You know what I mean? This is March 3rd, 2017, Paper Derpy Switcheroo. So this one is every launch game or there so for the Switch, Nintendo Switch. I know that ARMS wasn't a launch title, but it's like I wanted to use that as my little way to tell a story a little better. So yeah, there's little puzzle elements. I was really into hyped for that scribble one. What even is it? What is it called? I don't remember. Scribble clips. What is it? What is this game called? I only played it for like a little bit. I think the rotating, using the top triggers, the S and L bar, S, L, and SR buttons was just not easy to press, and like no one really wanted to play with me on it. It's just like it was not fun. It was like, this isn't great. But I was super hyped for it because it looked really cute. I was like, oh, you get to spinning around and had cute music, and I used the music in this show, and it was really cool. It was like the whole thing of Scribble clips or whatever was the it was a puzzle game. So okay, let's have a bunch of different use the other games to be elements to use in the Scribble clips puzzle. So you get the arm to figure out how to get the bucket and then hit the button, and then yeah, so becoming a super elaborate like interconnected thing. So I had really fun trying to figure out the puzzle and then try to wheel them in, and so that they're all kind of Yeah, interconnected and fun. So you get the arms, and then you get the bucket off, and then you need milk from the 1-2 switch cow game. Snipper clips? Did I say that earlier? I don't even remember. One of the first ones you watched was Derpy Test or Derpy Went Fishing. Oh, awesome. Those ones are okay. They're not in my top favorites, but they're okay. But yeah, that was the games on switches and we must turn on these are Joy-Cons. And yet it moves game. Oh, okay. I'm not familiar with that one. Sending me to turn them on these Joy-Cons. Cool. Yeah, there's tons of games that still aren't on the Switch yet. I think I mentioned that earlier, Big Box, that I would use my parents' account and I just hacked into it so I could upload my own stuff. And then, yeah. So, it's my 10th anniversary of making my first quote video. So, well, I guess we can celebrate that in, what's that, June? So, yeah. I mean, I'm already taking liberties by, I said at the start that this is, my Lyra animation was like my 3rd video, so it's already kind of off. And I'm not celebrating it on the day either, so a lot of this is not even accurate at all, but yeah. It's somewhat easy stream just to talk about my own stuff is easy. So, okay. Another, long one. Probably want to speed this up or somewhat. Another Weird Al one. This one is really fun. You gotta watch it with the music. Obviously it makes more sense of what's going on with all the beats. Lot of fun going on with this one. This is where I started to really feel confident in a lot of my animation. I was like, okay, I know enough to be able to do all these weird stuff now, you know. I can tell stories the way that I want to and have it executed in a way that I'm happy with. And now, you know, to this day, I'm still like, that's pretty good. When was this? This was, June 2017. So, yeah, this is pretty good. I think a lot of it just came down to like how fluid I wanted everything to be, and just knowing that. Have it somewhat storyboarded, I think, and just knowing like what I wanted was very concrete in my mind of what all these kind of visuals and stuff were, like the first drafts and stuff. So I had a lot of fun trying to reinterpret the lyrics. And I know there's another video, that's another animated video with this song, so I try to like not watch it too much, but I mean, it's possible to like not make some similarities, because like if you're gonna adapt like a book or a movie, you're gonna have some stuff that's kind of the same, you know, because like you're adapting the same material, you know. So if something's the same, it's like, well, we're both being referencing something that's older, you know, like the original, so I don't know what you expect. Yeah. Welcome. Let's see. Just my age. Welcome. 10th anniversary of what I want to consider my first video. So there you go. It's good enough for me. Yeah, I'm not worried about that. That's a good joke though. Little guy. A lot of little fun stuff. A lot of pony stuff. A lot of, obviously, a lot of these pony references that weren't in the that other animated one. So, I think there's a little Beatles reference coming up. I don't know if I was. Yeah, I think I've tried to figure out like find a movie and then that reference. I don't know what this one was. It was like trying to get more weird. I'm glitching out. Hang on. I think I clicked on something a little wrong there. Hang on. Let's see. Popeye NES? Oh, cool. Hang on. I am back. Welcome, welcome. I'm alive. Okay. Let's see. Any plans to do more series like Paper Derpy? Not the best postal delivery horse. Well, I am working on a movie, and I said to myself that the Christmas video, where all of our friends celebrated her a good job doing the Christmas deliveries, that was like my semi-finale. So, I don't know. For the future, it's still up in the air, but I definitely want to move on. It's hard. We're definitely past the G4 series now, so it's kind of hard to really keep making these. Like, how long you want me to keep making these for the next 10 years or something? It's like, it's nah. I've been locked into like making these point of videos for 10 years. You know, I honestly do want to do something else. I want to do anything else that interests me. I have all these skills that I've learned over the years that I can do stuff like this if I want to at any point now. You know, so I can do animations and now games and comics and whatever else I want to do. So expanding that will be probably good for me. Yeah, not that these were not fun. These were obviously super fun, but it's like it's just hard to then do these for until the end of time kind of thing. But yeah, it's fun to look back on all these, because a lot of these I put me into every video, you know, so there's a little bit of me in every video, and it's whatever I'm interested in at the time. I watched Being John Malkovich, and I was like, oh, I wonder if that'll be a good video. I started to storyboard it, and I was like, yeah, this'll do. It's just weird enough concept. I was like, yeah, all these weird sci-fi videos, not really fun. Where it's like, yeah, got a tiny horse in her eye. It's like, that'll do. I love paradox videos where it's like you get these kind of loops where it's like, whoops, it's never ending. Or it's like Derpy goes inside of her own mind. It's like, what does that happen? What happens then? Yeah. It feels like a full story told in 2 minutes. Because I think I watched a movie and was like, this is a fun concept, and I was like, okay, can I adapt this into a 2-minute thing? You know, and I was like, oh, this is just fun enough of an idea. It's like I can do that. Yeah. Do. Jeez, Malkovich. Yeah. For the much doing my postal. Put ponies in one, yeah, like in 10 seconds in the Chip and Dale movie. I would say like this one and a Derpy Labo are like my top favorite videos ever. You're right. Let's move on. Some of these are going here. Okay. These are not of my top 10 ones. These are these Halloween ones with the Derpy Ghouler. This is like a sequel to another Halloween video. So, get some little references there. A whole bunch of characters. Definitely feeling a lot more confident. This was from October 2018. So, not that long ago, but it feels like a while ago. But it's only 2018, so there is a ton of Yoshi Greenwater references. So I just wonder how many of them you guys pick up or not. I love my anti-Derpy. I don't remember what the original concept of it was. Oh, this is great. So many. It's so good. Because I get to a point where it's like, I'm able to execute like every joke that I want and have it feel cool. You know, like 10 years ago, I'd be like trying to make an idea and it's like, well, that didn't work, or I don't know how to do that. So now I got to a point where it's like, I'm able to just do whatever I want and do it. And it's like, oh, let's have a giant derp and be able to explain these kind of stories and stuff and have these cool shots like this. This is my favorite shot. It's so cool. Because I'm getting more cinematic. Oh, look, the arms. Little Ghostbusters jewel. And Derpy's dad and Derpy's mom and dad are based on my parents, so I guess now you know a little bit more about my mom, so you can kind of piece together what they're both like. New animators that inspired you want to give a shout out to. Definitely the Double Rainbow people, because they made the first puppets that I used to animate. Minty Root for the show me that having derpy videos with the Project Thundercloud was possible. They have that full-on movie with that. Yeah. I really stuck to myself for a lot of this. Like, it wasn't like watching, you know, X animator and be like, I want to be like you, or thanks for making that video, I want to make my own, or make an interpretation of that video, or like do a dub or something, or like take a comic or something and try to make a dub of that or anything. So I really did kind of stick to myself a lot of these, try to keep it as unique as possible. You can see like as I get more experience, I'm able to do these kind of jokes like that, with these kind of visual silent film kind of jokes way better. Because I understand how the puppets work and just able to be more expressive with every joke now. Just have like fun with it. I was like, okay. Being able to do everything with higher-ish quality to my style. The style definitely dictates how the animation is as well. Like I wouldn't expect this to animate like a gritty, you know, Fallout Equestria kind of style, you know, full on realistic kind of anything. So it looks like a simplified cartoon, so I can do these more like jump, yeah. Exaggerated kind of jumps and stuff. Much more snappy and just kind of everything's on twos. Every pose is personalized. So yeah, that's definitely fun. This is another Halloween video from 2019. Oh yeah, the catch up in case you missed that last one. Got a little VCR to say like, this is what happened. Check it out. Check out what I did last time. Isn't that cool? Haha. Spud drew a 2-minute video in like in 10 seconds. So this is now a direct sequel. That's like, well, we'd set her into a ghost trap into the sky. Now what? Been to LA. I think LA County is where they make the G4 show now. Oh, interesting. I think they would. It's Hasbro and like Top Draw. Well, I guess they're now separate with Tell Your Tale and Make Your Mark. That's where they made the G4 show. Oh, wait. G4 would have been in Canada. Oh, she angry. Little Mario Sunshine, I think. Is that they're going against the anti-derpy, thinking like, wait a minute. There's 2 of them. There's so many things going on. Have I been to LA? No. And G4 I was made in Canada or overseas or something. Yeah. I love my chocolate. I think my Jackalope is like one of my favorite OC characters I made. With the Yeti was also really fun. We'll see this out. I think Cookie just needs to leave, or needs to needs to yeah, take a leave or whatever. I don't know. Say it. Say it politely. Oh, she good. Give the candy back. Woo. Okay. Thank you, Cookie. It's been great to go from fan to friend. Oh, thank you so much. That means a lot. Thank you. Oh, thank you so much. Oh. Just one more that I can see real quick. Okay, I'm working on it. It's back for work remake. So we're gonna go full circle from one of my older videos. I know I skipped that one, but you'll be able to see the comparison at the end anyway. So, because I could just skip to that actually. I can see this part. So, on the left is the original 2014 version, and on the right is the remake 2021, where I remade it in Toon Boom with some 3D assets and as much experience as I had in years. So I updated the TV to have newer content, and we went back to the original Lyra's animation at the end there. If we saw that before it blows up, we got the remake of the Lyra falling down. I guess I'm not that happy. Falling into the rock, and I remade that, and then TV blows up. So we went full circle. I love that. And some 3D assets there, which Toon Boom's shading could have been a little more better for toon shading, considering that it's mostly going to be used for 2D animation, but whatever. Yeah, it was fun to go back to one of my favorites at that time videos. So there we go. Whew, I love a full circle. But yeah, thank you everyone for 10-ish or so, maybe more of well, since my Lyra animation 10 years. So we'll just put it at that. Thank you for all of the memories and everything. That's me, my nose kind of being drippy. It's not me crying. We'll get there. But man, yeah, it's been a ride. And quite the ride. I love you too, Deadpool, and everyone else. Thank you so much. It's been a genuine blessing to be with everyone here. Don't fall over. I've loved making every one of those videos and the rest of the 200 or so other videos and every other content I've made in between. I love that I can put my heart and soul into every creation and have at least just one person say, "You did a good job. Way to go." You know, so it just means everything. And of course, you guys really give me the motivation and everything. It's all sad to say, but it's like, it's really, really genuinely nice. That's like having someone to say that you're doing a good job. It's like, that's all I need. 10 more years, of course. 10 more years of exactly all of that, maybe not. But definitely I will be striving to keep making as much content as I'm able to. My future plans are to get the immediate plans is to finish the update for the game for Sunny's Dream, add as much content and squeeze as much as I want into that, and then work on the wrap up the movie, get my DX version, director's cut version of the movie, and then After that was my movie was gonna be my finale either way. So, and my Christmas video was the last. Was planned to be my last paper derpy or just regular derpy animation. So, yeah. But we'll see. That's why I've kind of gone back into just doing shorts and having Derpy being little cameos here and there, and obviously using her in spirit with his VTube Derpy. Keeping her as my mascot, but yeah. As I transition into full-time work, especially with my engraving job, I have 40 less hours per week to work on all this. So things have been slowing down just because of that, and I honestly just get super tired and wiped out at the end of the day. That it's hard to, immediately, at 5, just jump back into animating. So there's some days that's like I get too worried about. That's like it's hard to work on it for that day. So hope that's okay. But yeah, get better over years, but they lose a job. Keep doing what you do. Thank you so much, Ricky. It means a lot. Thank you. I guess I'm over to love you. Bless you too. Thank you. It's been so much fun, and I'm super grateful that any of this happened. And if you're just starting out, I know that person who was talking about like, well, I got the program for free with the Toon Boom stuff. It's like, I hope that any of this inspires you in a way that it really can happen to anyone. Like I feel like I'm, most nobody ever. But I just found a happy medium that I'm, I can work with, and well, it's just so nice. That's like all my kid years were just really on my own, having one or two friends that like I can, sort of rely on. It's like, oh, okay, maybe, I can. When they get busy, it's like I'm alone now. So I always wanted to be an entertainer in some way. I always strive to, be, make other people happy in some way, and show that I'm here. So I had to be funny or show magic or do puppets or do some sort of trick to show that, yeah, I'm here too. Please, look at me. Because otherwise I'm just going to nowhere. So having fun. Being able to have a show that everyone else likes, and share my own little take on it. Show that the characters that that I like, being able to do little fun videos that I honestly didn't know that I'd be able to do. So I just worked so hard over the years to strive every day. And way back when, like the first couple years, I was making a video like every other day, and then it took like, because I got more complicated and wanted to strive for more and more complicated stuff, so it went from like days to weeks to like months, and now apparently I'm up to years between videos. So hope that it doesn't get much longer than that, but yeah. So I'm always antsy and always just wanted to get back on the horse and keep animating, but yeah, there's times where it's like it's hard to really physically get myself up and mentally get into like a zone, man. Magic of friendship, yes. Oh. Fine, so what? Okay. Yeah. Eat that horse. Oh, you got it. I don't know what to say. What else is there to say? I'm just so thankful. It's been amazing. I'm gonna keep going. You know, there's so much more work to do. Next stream, I think if everything permitting, I will have my mom back and we'll continue back on Mario Odyssey, and then we'll go from there. Yeah, I got a bunch of other games. I got the Passport 2 game. I bought a Picross game that would be fun on stream, but maybe it'd be a little hard. Planning to maybe do some Paper Derpy movie streams, or like speed runs or something. So there's still a lot of options for streams and content that I want to do, and then tons of holidays I can do. So don't worry about, you know, me losing stuff to do. I have hundreds of stuff I gotta do and a lot of ideas. So thank you, Cookie. It's been great. Thank you for being a super friend that I can rely on. It's really nice. Thank you so much. Take care. Yeah, hope to see you next time or whenever. That's okay. Take your time. Thank you. See you too, man. Let me find my eyebrows. Here we go. Thank you. Well, I'm here. Let me get some water. Okay, this ragtime's not helping with my emotions, but anyway, okay, now that that's happened, I kind of talk about what's happening next or so weeks, and yeah, got so much to do. So I am busy. I am legit busy with a lot of different stuff. So don't worry about me. I know how to handle all of this stuff, so able to manage all of it. So, but yeah, thank you again. Thank you for everyone else for all of your support. I forgot about my too many hands. I don't have a hug button, so I'll just kind of pretend that I'm hugging with my arms because I forgot what my hug button was. Thank you so much for being a friend, and yeah, we will catch up again next time. So thank you so much. It's been a true blast. Thank you, everyone. I will yeah, see you again next week, and more fun is in store, so don't you worry about that. Thank you, everyone, and yeah, see you soon. Thank you, everyone. Thank you for the kind words and everything. I appreciate it. I'm very humbled by everything, so thank you. This has been super fun already. Thank you, everyone. Yeah, till then. Yeah, see ya.